realized at around 7 months that I started to get a little anxious about the experience, something I've never experienced before. I just like the idea of having someone wiser and calmer and making it an enjoyable experience that I could remember as something fabulous.
Just having the thought of having somebody there with us who's done this so many times before, it felt comforting.
You know, you hear these really traumatic stories, and I just said, I don't want that to be my experience if it doesn't have to be. So I really believe that it was the attitude you brought into that, and it helped having someone there who was as wise as Ophelia to reassure me, you know, through it. And it actually ended up being one of the best experience of my life.
Meeting with a doula and asking her all these questions, any possible question, whether you've seen it on TV or in a movie, or you conjure it up in your nightmares, she had an answer. So you can imagine, it really allowed me to say, okay, let me just put that on her, and it allowed me to be there for Taylor and the little one. So it was a great idea.
I didn't know what to expect from hiring her, but I got all these added benefits, which it was really nice to have someone, you know, giving me the proper massage and helping relax me and guiding me in different ways in which I can breathe through. I mean, obviously the breath was really important. She gave me probably 5 different options that I used throughout the laboring that I turned to at some point. Bath, breathing, the ball, massage.
Visualizing.
Yeah, visualizing, a lot of visualizing.
Her visualizing.
So it definitely helped.
Ideas were fantastic. What she was asking us to visualize, or you to visualize, was so fantastic. It was, I mean, seeing the baby and talking to the baby, visualizing the baby to find its way, and to tell the baby to look for the light. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, because you start believing that, and I don't know, maybe you manifest it or you don't, but it just kind of happened that way. It's really amazing.
Her philosophy, which is such a beautiful thing, is that, you know, if you don't have a high-risk pregnancy, this is a normal process, and it's not something to be afraid of, and you can still go about your day, you know, for most of the first 2 levels of laboring. And so here I am at Whole Foods getting my food and then having a picnic with my family.
If we didn't have a doula with us, I think there would have been a lot more anxiety, wondering if, when, why, what, how,
when.
So many more questions. Here's a great piece of advice. Step away from mom and dad. Get a doula. Leave them out the door. Bring them in when you want. Let the baby lead the doula and follow. Paying for peace of mind is priceless. Pay for the doula. They'll work with you. And rest assured, I mean, really take a deep breath and relax, because it will answer all the questions and leave nothing but fun. I wouldn't have been able to experience it as wholeheartedly as I did. And I take everything I do in life as though it's my passion. I love everything I do, and if I have to do something I don't want to do, I'm going to make the best of it. So when I was in the situation with the doula, who allowed me to not worry about anything, you know, it put me in a position to celebrate. And really, when I say celebrate, I mean celebrate the occasion and allow Taylor to feel encouraged, you know. Make sure whatever clouds she sees is actually just overcast and it's burning off. Nothing permanent. And just bring light continuously to it, you know. Otherwise, it would have been, oh gosh, what do I do? I think I know better, you know. It would have been awful. It would have been, not awful, it would have been harder. It would have been a lot harder. I would recommend the doula because you don't have to worry about what the hospital is going to ask you, what the doctors are going to ask you, and not knowing any of these questions or answers. You don't have to worry about the what ifs while you're home. What if this happens to my wife? What if this happens at a certain time? There are so many questions that you don't have to answer. You can just enjoy the process. The experience becomes less complicated.
There's a neutrality
easier.
that's brought to the equation.
So, yeah, I would.
100%.
Absolutely, 100.
150% I would. I would never give birth without a doula.